On a variety show, the camera accidentally captured a large-scale portrait in the corner of my home. The nude man in the painting turned out to be none other than top racing driver Zhou Su. The internet erupted in an uproar, with everyone claiming I was Zhou Su's obsessive fan. That same day, Zhou Su, who hadn't touched social media in ages, posted an explanation, short on cash, working part-time as a studio model. Please don't overthink it, fans. At 7, received a limited edition Ferrari. At 10. Spent tens of millions to build a professional track at home for practice. At 16, won double championships in F3. At 19, became the youngest F1 driver, then went on to win 5 consecutive Grand Prix races. And you say you're short on money? In the early hours, Zhou Su, feeling utterly defeated, went online again. Do I have to admit that I dressed provocatively to seduce someone, only to fail? Before you'll be satisfied. 1. The art studio's performance was poor, so Xiao Luo, in charge of planning, packed me off to a travel variety show, under the guise of a business trip. Using the show's budget to promote his art studio. What kind of business trip is that? He's really mastered the art of being a shady businessman. In the first episode, the production crew barged into the house with live streaming equipment in hand. I patiently explained to the host, these 2 rooms have been combined and are usually used for painting. The camera swept across the room cluttered with plaster still life objects and stacks of drawing paper, quickly locking onto a specific spot. The originally calm live stream suddenly became turbulent. Wait, what am I seeing? Why does the half-naked handsome guy in the painting in the left corner look so much like Zhou Su? Zhou Su, who is that? A newly debuted idol. Sis, how could you not know Zhou Su? The youngest F1 driver in the country, with a net worth of over $1 billion. Outstanding looks, and a novel male lead-level setup. I've been a fan of Zhou Su for so many years, and I've never seen him show anything below the neck. Could this girl be some delusional fangirl? Exactly, maybe she drew someone else's body and then attached Zhou Su's head to it. Just thinking about it is disgusting. Don't be so harsh. What if it's true? He. I'll be the first to admire those 8-pack abs. You're really daring to dream, you greedy girl. Save 4 for me. The host's movements subtly paused for a moment, then their eyes fixed brightly and directly on the corner of the studio. This painting is. My gaze followed hers, and she seemed to be looking at that oil painting sketch. In the richly colored and vividly depicted scene, the man sat by the window, shirtless. The mottled light swept over his deep-set eyes and brows, then traveled downward, past the firm abdominal muscles and the V-line, disappearing into the well-tailored black trousers. Cold, elegant, clear, and pure. No wonder the host was stunned. Our painting skills are truly exceptional, I proudly explained. To maintain my touch, daily practice is essential. Yet she still stared intently, unwilling to look away. I can't see the live chat, so I just assumed she was amazed that in that stack of drawings, 8 out of 10 characters were not fully clothed, so I began to explain seriously. Drawing the human body is mainly to better understand the flow of muscles. Actually, there are even more revealing ones. Following my words, I couldn't help but smile, but showing it might get the livestream banned. 2. Bigger scale. Is it what I think it is? You dare to draw? I dare not look. So, does my sister secretly draw full body, high definition, and censored portraits of Zhou Su? Oh my god. So how long is Zhou Su? I mean how long should it be drawn? Is this a proper live stream? I'm a bit scared. Zhou Su's official height is 188 centimeters. Which according to the formula proposed by the International Men's Health Organization, corresponds to 16.34 centimeters. Sis, draw according to the data from upstairs. I'll pay to see it. Due to the first 3 episodes of the show being recorded consecutively, when the live recording clip surged to the top of the trending list, I was on a flight to Phuket. Seeing that they couldn't corner me, the media all turned their attention to the other key figure, at the F1 exhibition race in Haishur. Zhou Su concluded his schedule perfectly amidst cheers. It was the height of summer. Zhou Su stepped off the track, casually pulled off his helmet, and swept his soft, fluffy hair back, exuding a carefree aura under the scorching sun. The media swarmed forward like mad, a sea of flashing lights. After asking about his racing schedule, the rest of the questions were all speculative gossip. Zhou Su frowned, feeling crowded and uncomfortable. The staff struggled to maintain order, but amidst the chaos, faint whispers of vulgar words could still be heard. The cameras even began to deliberately or unintentionally focus on certain key areas, trying to get a closer look. In a daze, Zhou Su finally got his phone back, By then, Weibo was already in a state of utter chaos. Half of the people called me a crazy fan, while the other half discussed Zhou Su's muscles from head to toe, under the camera. The man in team uniform lowered his gaze and let out a soft, derisive laugh. Faced with the endless stream of questions from reporters, Zhou Su evaded the issue. I do not believe that speculating about a woman's relationship with others without solid evidence is something worthy of your reporting. When Zhou Su wasn't smiling, his presence felt overwhelmingly intense, with a hint of ferocity flickering in his otherwise calm eyes, his jaw gradually tightening. As the atmosphere grew tense, many reporters wisely chose to remain silent, yet some refused to listen. Shouting loudly, "We just want the truth, is the person in the painting you?" Zhou Su raised an eyebrow, somewhat amused as he retorted, "The truth." Facing the relentless reporter, the man leaned against the specially painted racing car worth millions. He impatiently pressed his tongue against his cheekbone. He spoke without a hint of embarrassment or hesitation, a bit short on money, working part-time as a model at an art studio. That's not illegal, right? 3. Zhou Su short of money. Hashtag Zhou Su selling himself to earn money is not shameful. Hashtag Zhou Su's figure in the oil painting is real. Hashtag. As soon as I got off the plane, these bizarre trending search terms caught my eye. I clicked on the comments section speechlessly. Received a limited edition Ferrari at age 7, spent tens of millions to build a professional track at home for practice at age 10, won 2 championships in F3 at age 16, became the youngest F1 driver at age 19, and then won 5 consecutive Grand Prix races. And you say you're short on money? If you're short on money, then what am I? Just unlucky. Upstairs, move aside, don't block me from drinking the northwest wind. Am I the only one who thinks this guy is talking nonsense because he's angry? Exactly, Zhou Su just wanted to defuse the situation. After all, if he directly denied it, that oil painting woman would really become a laughingstock. Zhou Su is such a gentleman. Get lost, you oil painting fantasizer. Don't take advantage of my brother's tolerance to hurt him. Probably not. That girl is just trying to ride the wave of popularity. Haha, everyone should go see how smug she was when she said. There are even more revealing ones. She's practically begging netizens to see her as his girlfriend. Seriously, you can discuss him all you want, but why drag me into it and start insulting me? I'm a serious artist, you know. Also, the Zhou Su you're talking about doesn't seem to be the same one I know. 4. At the end of last month, while I was in the studio arguing with Xiao Luo that I wasn't the right person for the show, I received news that my beloved car had been damaged. Are you the owner of the car with license plate ending in 379? I accidentally scratched your car. Would it be convenient for you to come over? Let's discuss how to handle the compensation. Heartache. Just got rear-ended this morning and now I'm scraped again. I sighed and went downstairs, seeing a man standing by the parking spot from afar. A white sleeveless tank top was tucked into loose, muddy gray trousers. A pair of sunglasses was casually perched on his head, holding back the stray hairs on his forehead and revealing his clear, well-defined brow bone. As I approached, he raised an apologetic smile, revealing faint dimples. Wait, something's off. Hold off on the charm for now. Damn, the green and white electric, spicy fish head car that rear-ended me this morning was also driven by you, wasn't it? I walked up to the man and questioned him without any courtesy. Did our cars have a secret rendezvous behind everyone's back? They seem so fond of sticking together. This morning, I let you go just to avoid trouble, but now, am I supposed to handle everything alone? I've done plenty of wrong in this life, but meeting you has evened the score. The man shook his head guiltily, his cheeks flushing with a rosy hue. I'm really sorry, the parking spaces here are just too tight. I truly didn't mean to showcase his unique taste. Xiao Luo insisted on opening his art studio in the old town. The street, which retains the layout of the concession from the last century, is somewhat narrow. The parking spaces in front of the shops were even more cluttered with haphazardly parked shared bicycles. Alright, I can reluctantly accept that reason. I know this car is expensive. Don't worry, for any amount beyond what the insurance covers, I'll sell everything I have to pay you back, the man confidently assured, raising his phone. How about we exchange contact information first? You can reach out to me anytime if there are any issues. I sized him up carefully. He looks like he just graduated from college, driving a tiny electric car where he can't even stretch his legs, talking about selling everything he owns. Sigh, making him pay for it really feels like a crime, but if he doesn't pay some price, the spirit of my car's rear end won't rest in peace. Ah, damn but assassin. Perhaps because I stared at him with my naked eyes for too long, he blinked unnaturally. What's wrong? I crossed my arms and tilted my chin toward him. Can you turn around once? The man was puzzled, his brows slightly furrowed. Seeing that I remained insistent, he obediently spun in place. Not bad. The deltoid muscles in his arms and the connection between his biceps and triceps were well defined, different from the assembly line products of the gym. It seemed he had been consistently engaging in regular outdoor exercise. I curled my lips, revealing a meaningful smile. Would you be interested in being a life model for a couple of days? If you do well, you won't have to pay for the damages. 5. For various reasons, young people are generally reluctant to expose their arms and legs and be stared at for hours on end. As a result, the life models hired by the studio in the past were mostly over 50 years old, and I had already grown aesthetically fatigued just from guiding the students in their painting. This time was different. I could have painted 50 large canvases without a second thought. A new handsome guy has appeared. How can we just stand still? The next day happened to be a weekend. Josu wore a black half-sleeve shirt with trousers. He leaned against the window, left leg bent, right leg stretched out lazily, his face filled with a "what's done is done, take it as you will" expression. Tilt your head a little to the left. Try to find a comfortable position for yourself. For the best composition, I started adjusting Josu. Mind unbuttoning 2 shirt buttons to show your collarbone. Since he wasn't a formally hired model, I gave conservative instructions. Otherwise, I would have stripped him naked and thrown him onto the display stand long ago. Josu raised his right hand, unbuttoning without hesitation, then tugged at his loose collar. He suddenly spoke, his meaning unclear. Actually, my abs are quite well toned. What does that mean, showing off to me here? You're quite disappointed that you can't draw those impressive abs, aren't you? What an absolutely childish boy. I chuckled, turning around to fiddle with my drawing board and paints. Suit yourself, whether you wear more or less makes little difference in my eyes. He softly responded with an "oh" from behind, his voice tinged with an inexplicable sense of loss and dejection. I turned back suspiciously. Josu seemed perfectly normal, already enthusiastically studying how to show off his abs more handsomely. Ah, what bad intentions could someone who can't even drive a spicy fish head dish properly have? If the kid wants to show off, let him. 6. Finally completed 2 pieces. Originally, I wanted to give him the one with the half-naked torso for his own appreciation and keep the one with the proper attire for myself. In the end, Josu insisted that he preferred the second one and stubbornly handed me the abdominal muscles picture. Oh my, are all men so fickle? Just a second ago, I was very satisfied with my muscles, not willing to spare another glance the next second. I was forced to accept, and after packing up my painting supplies, I politely escorted him to the door. Can I still come to be a model in the future? Josu was quite a bit taller than me, and at that moment, he happened to be backlit by the evening glow. Leaning down to get closer to me, his tall frame blocked the lingering spring breeze from outside, leaving only the pleasant scent of lemon on his clothes to reach her nose. Josu's lips were pressed into a tight line, but his eyes were bright and clear, a flicker of anticipation flashing in their depths. This doesn't feel quite right. Why do I feel like I'm back at that nightclub, holding a Bloody Mary, with a poor but beautiful hostess saying to me, "Sister, see you next time. Get a grip, you're a male model, not a male escort." I cleared my throat twice, shaking off the wicked thoughts in my head, and imitated Xiao Luo's usual diplomatic tone. "Mr. Zhou, if there are similar events at the studio in the future, I'll definitely prioritize you." Then I saw his face instantly fall. 7. My thoughts returned to the present, looking at the man on the interview video now. Who had the audacity to say such things? I wish I could slap my past self twice. I fell right into the trap of that damn green tea man. Ah, I didn't even realize he had deliberately bumped into me twice. With a garage full of luxury cars that could fill a playground, he had to drive that cheap little electric car just to swindle people. He really had it rough. I should have pestered him relentlessly to make him pay up big time, and when he got fed up, he'd casually toss me a 50 million check and say, "Woman, you're just another money-grubbing, vulgar creature. Here's 50 million, don't let me see you in City A again." Then I could ditch Xiao Luo, that foolish partner of mine, head far away, and open a larger art studio all on my own. Ah, I hate it so much. The incident continued to escalate, and many media outlets, catching wind of the news, rushed to Phuket To ensure the safety of the guests, the production team moved the activities for the next 2 days indoors. I'm sorry, everyone, my personal issues have affected the filming. That day, I quickly ordered hundreds of servings of fruit and milk tea. I delivered them one by one to the guests and the filming crew, hoping they would go easy on me in their hearts. However, the situation seemed better than I had imagined. Almost all of my fellow participants were ordinary people, and they didn't react strongly to the trending topics. Lu Yingying, who was on good terms with me, quietly told me that everyone even hopes the trending topic stays up a bit longer to boost the show's popularity. Otherwise, ordinary people don't bring their own audience, and if the show airs with no one watching, it's all for nothing. Of course, there are exceptions. For instance, this guest named Might Song didn't take the fruit, just gave me a cold, sidelong glance without saying a word. I heard his main job is being a blogger, and his side gig is being a rapper. The rapper scene does have a bit of a weird vibe to it. In the early hours of the morning, after the cameras were completely turned off, I collapsed on the bed, fiddling with my phone, and mustered the courage to open the dozens of messages Zhou Su had sent me. I'm sorry, I didn't know it would cause you so much trouble, I admit. To get your contact information, I deliberately changed my car and shamelessly hit your car twice on the street. I thought you liked my muscles. So I started working out overnight after learning I was going to be a model, but I absolutely do not intend to hurt you or keep you in the dark to deceive you. The trending topic is already being handled, and I guarantee no one will criticize you tomorrow. Can I apologize to you in person? Notice me, notice me, notice me. The wind on the rooftop is so strong, I'm so cold, I need someone to save me. Great. After a proper apology, you're back to playing the green tea act again. I didn't reply and exited the interface. Men are just the red string gifts you get when buying gold. All that sweet talk is just to trick you into taking them home, so just listen and don't take it too seriously. Late at night, my partner Xiao Luo started frantically calling me. My dear brother, it's 2:30 in the morning. Are you calling to send me off to chase corpses? I squinted and answered Xiao Luo's call, wishing I could stuff him into a flower pot as fertilizer. What's going on between you and that racer Zhou Su? Does he like you? He. When can we get him to help promote the art studio? For free, of course. Did the village just get internet? Your news is so outdated. I don't know. Maybe he just wants to sleep with me. Not enough publicity yet. The whole world is accusing me of riding the coattails of the trend. Do you want some too? My mind was in a daze, and I just wanted to end the conversation and go to sleep. TSK. Unite. I'll actually missed the latest hot search. Go take a look. All I can say is, he probably wants to deceive your soul, not just your body. Xiao Luo urged me to understand the situation. With a bit of clarity returning to my mind, I silently cursed Zhou Su for stirring up trouble even in the early hours of the morning. I clicked to take a look. Oh, indeed, no one was cursing me anymore. They were all cursing him instead. 8. Zhou Su, not sleeping in the middle of the night, went crazy in the comments section, and his red V avatar stood out conspicuously among the others. Netizen, not famous but loves to ride on others' coattails, thinking you're the real sister-in-law. Zhou Su, I want to be the real brother-in-law. Netizen, don't even say it, this sister's acting skills are amazing. Netizen, that innocent yet confident expression almost makes me believe she really doesn't know Zhou Su, just treating him as a model. Zhou Su, I wasn't acting. I subtly scratched her car twice trying to get her contact info, but she finds it hard to believe I can drive a race car. Netizen, Ichu, female, 25 years old, co-owns an art studio with someone named Xiao Luo on Kongjia Road. Tomorrow, I'm taking people to confront them offline. Zhou Su, already reported to the police. You can also help boost their performance. Netizen, I just want to ask, is the oil painting real? Bro, what are you thinking, even if you're short on money? This isn't the way to earn it. Zhou Su, do you really want me to admit that I dressed sloppily to seduce someone, and then failed at it, before you're satisfied? As soon as he went online, he drew fire from the entire internet. Fans and casual observers were frustrated and disappointed. Seriously, with a face like that, you're playing the secret crush game. Bro, mutual longing is love. But one-sided longing is just pathetic. Mutual sincerity is a killer move. But one-sided sincerity is just foolish. Wow, the person above said it so well. Are you preparing for grad school? Never mind, he's absolutely smitten, sternly rebuking the media by day, then crying at night about why he hasn't won over his wife yet. Let's all go apologize to Ichu. Turns out it was Zhou Su's fault all along, based on my experience of dating 10 people in 3 years. I bet Ichu got angry and didn't reply to his messages. Which is why he lost it and went crazy in the middle of the night. Haha, sis, you guessed it spot on. After I finish recording the show, let's also discuss privately how to date 10 people in 3 years. What bad intentions could I have? I simply love studying, that's all. However, I really haven't figured out how to face Zhou Su. Anyway, the show will be recording for several more days, so I'll worry about next week's issues next week. 9. What? There's going to be a mystery guest. Sensing the subtle glances from the production team directed at me, a bad premonition instantly surged within. Director, can I? Before I could even utter the word quit, the director cheerfully opened the calculator. Of course, let me calculate. The penalty fee is 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000. Alright, never mind, I was just joking. How could I possibly drop out of such a great and promising show halfway? That would be a complete waste and utterly ungrateful. The director sent me off with a beaming smile. Subsequently, it was announced that the internal rating of the variety show had increased, and the platform decided to adopt a format of recording while live streaming to continuously boost exposure. It goes without saying who benefited from this. Hello everyone, I'm Zhou Su, and I'm very happy to be part of the recording. This world has truly gone mad. Blacklist, a pure and utter blacklist. What kind of major capital in the entertainment industry is Zhou Su's family? How can he just waltz onto a variety show like that? Watching him approach, I quietly sidestepped 2 paces to stand closer to Lu Yingying. But then Lu Yingying didn't make things any easier for me either. Covering the microphone, she whispered teasingly, "Mo, I've seen his matches before, but he never smiled as radiantly as he does now, even when he won," I replied coldly. Maybe he's taken some laughing without a step drug. Lu Yingying clearly didn't believe it and then nudged me again. He's about to come over. There must be quite a few people watching the livestream, so you should be careful with your words. I looked up to see Zhou Su politely greeting each guest. Beneath a slightly snug gray-black t-shirt were matte leather pants, with a silver chain accessory hanging at the waist. The muscle lines on his upper body subtly shifted with his movements. "I'm Zhou Su, a racing driver. It's a pleasure to meet you." Zhou Su extended his hand toward me, introducing himself with great formality, yet the slight lift at the corners of his eyes and the faint curve of his lips hinted at a touch of mischief. "Hello, my name is Ichu." I forced a smile, gritting my teeth as I squeezed out the words. 10. Welcome, everyone, to the grand reality show version of Chasing a Wife into a Crematorium. I'm dying of laughter. Zhou Su put on such a flashy outfit. But Ichu didn't fall for it at all. After my dazzling entrance, my wife still ignores me. No problem, I have a clever plan. I'll pretend to greet everyone and then go shake my wife's hand. Ha ha ha, shaking hands with others. Just a formality. Shaking hands with Ichu. Grip tight, grip tight, grip tight. The weather in Phuket is so hot. Zhou Su, you better not go out, or you'll overheat your love-struck brain. Eye contact is a spiritual kiss. I'm hooked. I just want to know if those who criticized Ichu are feeling embarrassed now. The atmosphere in the entertainment industry really needs to change. Cyberbullying ordinary people without any evidence. Netizens are so quick to change their tune. We can't see the live stream comments, so we just follow the director's arrangements and move to a beach location. The weather is nice right now, and the sea presents a striking color division. First, there's the endless deep blue in the distance. Then it transitions into a shimmering green, and as you get closer, you can see the white of the fine sand through the water. Zhou Su, Mike Song, and the others have started playing beach volleyball. The director has a keen eye for selecting talent, and from a distance, the handsome men and beautiful women are truly a feast for the eyes. However, Zhou Su was hitting a bit too fiercely. He looked like he was ready to devour someone, blocking and spiking with every move. Taking full advantage of his height to wreak havoc. It's just a friendly match, why go all out? I took a sip of the chilled grape juice beside me and shook my head to myself. Lu Yingying, tired from playing, came back and sat on the nearby beach chair, gulping down water while still remembering to ask me, "Not going to have some fun?" I move like my limbs haven't been properly assembled yet, so I won't go embarrass myself. In front of the camera, I declined with well-reasoned arguments. In truth, I knew I was just being lazy and cunning. Given the chance to sit and enjoy a cold drink, why would I go exercise under the scorching sun? How ridiculous. I lowered my sunglasses, intending to chat with Lu Yingying for a while, when I suddenly noticed faint bruises on her left knee. Your knee. I got it when I dove for the ball earlier. It's nothing serious, it'll be fine in a couple of days. Lu Yingying didn't mind pulling a sun protective jacket over her legs to cover it. I have hydrogen peroxide, iodine, safflower oil, and Yunnan Bai Yao. Feel free to come get some if you need it. I counted on my fingers, recalling the items in my luggage, when Lu Yingying unceremoniously threw herself over, wrapping an arm around my shoulder and deliberately putting on a high-pitched voice. Hubby is so nice, let's cuddle. My neck tickled from her antics, and I laughed, mimicking her tone as I pretended to be disgusted. Ew, that's so gross, before I could tease her back. A sudden chill crept up my spine, sending a shiver all the way to the top of my head. I turned my head and noticed Zhou Su coming off the court after finishing his game. He was looking coldly in this direction. After making eye contact with me, his brows remained slightly furrowed, and then he strode into the locker room without looking back, leaving behind a somewhat lonely figure. This person is so unpredictable. 11. Huh. You're even jealous of a woman, how impressive. Zhou Su single-handedly turned a slow-paced travel show into a dating show, feeling sad again. Huh, bro, who told you to only talk to one person usually? I see clearly now. During the beach volleyball game just now, Zhou Su scraped his elbow. He didn't care at all at first, but as soon as he stepped off the court, he heard Ichu's all-around concern for Yingying, and he completely broke down. Ha ha ha, honey, why aren't you looking at me? I'm injured too, Ichu. Hurry up and give him the medicine, or the wound will heal if you wait any longer. One afternoon, I finally figured it out. Zhou Su was sulking with me unilaterally, and his pouting behavior was specifically demonstrated by fiercely chewing on the mushrooms he hates at the dinner table. When it became truly unbearable, he could only wash it down with iced lemon tea. His cold, handsome face conveyed only 4 words. Keep your distance. Others might think Zhou Su is genuinely angry, but I've long seen through the essence. He's simply acting spoiled and throwing a tantrum to seek attention. It's so childish it's speechless. With mischief in mind, I pushed the small bowl of tom yum soup from the bone plate beside me toward him. Teacher Zhou Su, do you like the mushrooms in the soup? It just so happens that my portion hasn't been touched yet. I hope you don't mind. Zhou Su's light-colored pupils dilated, his eyebrows raised in disbelief as he glared at me. Then, with lips pressed tightly, she turned her head away without uttering a single word. He. Got the puffed-up pufferfish Zhou Su. The experiment was a success. The other guests' eyes darted around, each lost in their own thoughts. Only Lu Yingying blinked and gave me a thumbs up. Fortunately, the awkward atmosphere didn't last long. After lunch, we all went out to sea. The wind was strong and the waves were high, and everyone was excited on the boat. When we arrived at the spot, we jumped into the sea like dumplings. I'm not athletic and can't swim, so I could only float around in a deathly fluorescent life jacket. Zhou Su occasionally waved his arms from a distance, appearing rather disinterested. Why can't I hear the sound clearly, and why isn't there a solo camera shot? The live broadcast is already over. Who would watch it when it's edited later? They'll definitely include some unclear clips to lure you into watching it later. Treasure it while you can. The live broadcast can't possibly last 24 hours, it'll probably end soon. For the rest, we'll just have to wait for the official release. What a vicious way to attract attention. Can the camera pan a bit? The distance between Zhou Su and Ichu is so big they can hardly fit in the same frame. TSK, what did I miss during lunch? Did the couple break up so quickly? Break up? I've been watching for half an hour. Wherever Ichu drifts, he follows. The distance between them is just a man's way of saying one thing and meaning another. The sun sank below the horizon, and the live stream finally came to an end. I stumbled and splashed my way toward the boat. Might Song, who always liked to hover around Zhou Su, had somehow made his way over to me. What's wrong? I couldn't help but feel annoyed, as I really didn't have a good impression of him. Might Song smiled, lowered his voice, and leaned in without any sense of boundaries, using the teaser to hype things up, hogging all the attention, and then acting all high and mighty after dragging Zhou Su into it, with such skills. I wonder under which big brother you were trained, seeing me frozen. He glanced meaningfully at Zhou Su, who had been cold-faced all day, and freed a hand to pat my shoulder. Be careful, don't let playing hard to get backfire on you. 12. After speaking, Might Song assumed a composed demeanor. He raised his voice to ensure the microphone would capture his next words. Hold on to me, I'll take you non-swimmers back to the boat, or else we'll drift farther away. Wow, dude, you're the new generation's master of changing expressions. Huh. making dirty jokes behind the camera, playing the caring role in front of it, haha, the smaller the person, the less shame they have, and which big brother trained you? What, have you served a rich lady before? You know the routine so well. Without changing my expression, I pulled off the microphone on my body. Did I steal everyone's spotlight, or just the limelight from you, little rapper? If you're bad, just practice more. The deliberately emphasized word bad visibly stiffened my Song's expression. I forced a smile and responded openly to his earlier remark. Thank you then, I'm such a landlubber. I don't know when I'll be able to paddle over. Acting, who can't do it, thinking a few sarcastic words would make me lose my temper and reject you, then put on a show in front of the camera and get called out by your fans for being rude. Don't be silly. Free labor that comes knocking is too good to pass up. Being dragged back onto the boat by you won't taint my noble soul, it'll just save me some effort. What are you waiting for? Let's get moving, little my. It's only because times are good now. In ancient times, someone as two-faced as you wouldn't even be worthy of tying my shoes. By the time we returned to the villa, the moonlight had grown hazy, the production crew had set up a barbecue grill in the open area, and the poles of the canopy were wrapped with tiny firefly-like lights. Clearly trying to create a vibe for a picnic, Mike Song volunteered to be the chef, showing off his skewer grilling skills and earning a bunch of praise. Let the servants work hard, I'll take a rest first. Finding an excuse to slip back to the villa, the camera crew was all outside at the moment, leaving only the fixed camera in the activity hall on the first floor. After retrieving my things from the room, I leaned against the dimly lit corridor. Listening to the light footsteps approaching from afar, TSK, knew someone would quietly follow along. 13. Following a girl late at night isn't very gentlemanly. I suddenly spoke up, startling Zhou Su, who then tried to act composed, gently shifting away from my gaze. His tone was cold. I'm just changing clothes, not following you. Oh, so you weren't looking for me. See you later then. I shrugged slightly to show my regret and stepped toward the light outside the corridor. From behind came Zhou Su's hesitant gasp, wanting to call out to me but feeling too embarrassed, all his tangled emotions condensed into a single, dry mutter. Bad woman, ha ha ha, I'm dying of laughter. After all that, it turned out to be such a harmless word. The corner of my mouth uncontrollably curved upward as I turned and waved the medicine and cotton swabs I had been holding in my hand at him. Zhou Su's eyes, hidden in the soft light, suddenly brightened. After a long while, he awkwardly started a conversation. Is this for me? Ahem, since you noticed I was injured and went out of your way to bring medicine, I'll take back what I just said for now. How could I not have noticed? All day long, you practically wanted to shove your elbow right into my eyes. If you don't treat the scraped skin with sand embedded in it and then recklessly soak in the seawater all afternoon, you'll learn your lesson once it gets infected. I've decided to be the bigger person and not bother with someone who's selling their body for glory. Your room or mine? Zhou Su's breath hitched upon hearing this, his gaze suddenly becoming evasive, his Adam's apple bobbing restlessly up and down, tense and uneasy. It's too soon, but it's not impossible. After speaking, he turned his head away as if lacking confidence, revealing his flushed earlobes. You little rascal. You really dare to think that far, huh? Are you seriously considering it now? Been waiting for this day for a long time, haven't you? After all the fuss, Zhou Su finally got his wish and applied the ointment in his own room. Of course, he kept his lips pursed the whole time, complaining pitifully and full of grievances. You traveled all this way and you're ignoring me, not even caring that I'm injured. I thought I had turned into thin air. Even getting the ointment took a full 9 hours longer than anyone else. I focused on pouring hydrogen peroxide over his wound, watching as white foam bubbled up and overflowed. You're jealous of a girl too. She can hug you, but I can't. Zhou Su's tone was utterly straightforward, every inch of his skin screaming why he couldn't be jealous. Oh, so you're jealous that they can hug me? What a petty person. Forget about Lu Ying, but stay away from that guy named Mike Song. He's not a good person. I softly agreed. Reaching for the saline solution to rinse the wound, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the redness at the corner of his eyes and the shimmering tears in his gaze. I raised an eyebrow. Does it hurt that much? 14, it hurts so much. Zhou Su's voice was soft and weak, half squinting his eyes as he cried out in pain. It inexplicably reminded one of an innocent green tea puppy that had done something wrong, whimpering as it rubbed against your leg while watching your reaction. Okay, acting again. It seems it's not because of pain that I want to shed tears. Sure enough, 2 minutes after this trick proved ineffective, Zhou gently tugged at the hem of my shirt. Can you forgive me for what happened before? I did use improper means to get your contact information, but I swear I'm absolutely serious. I'm not the kind of scumbag who pretends to be poor and miserable just to play with someone's feelings. I applied iodine to his arm, then stood up and tossed the used cotton swab into the trash can. Really, it feels like you're quite skilled at playing the victim. Zhou coughed awkwardly twice, not daring to look at me. Talent, I've learned a little bit of that too. Ha, don't just learn the bad stuff and ignore the good every day. Whoever came up with the stupid idea of having a race car driver stage a fake accident on the main road, and then shamelessly crash a second time when they didn't get the contact information. It can only be said that beside a hidden dragon like Zhou, there must be a phoenix chick. I suppressed the urge to roll my eyes, turned around, and walked out the door. Let's go, time for dinner. Zhou trotted along, a cheap smile curling at the corners of his lips. Well, he knows I've forgiven him. Made up, Lu Yingying said slyly. Don't try to hide it, my eyes are very sharp. TSK, he must be in a great mood right now. If I go ask for an autograph, he'll probably give me a few extra. Right, I'm speechless. So you're not shipping them, you just want the autograph. He'll sign even if he's in a bad mood. Lu Yingying nodded with an air of seriousness, then grabbed a marker and headed over. Mr. Zhou, I've been following your competitions for a long time, could you give me an autograph? Before Zhou could respond, Mike Song, who had come over to deliver the skewers, chuckled to himself. You young girls don't really understand the race, you're just here to watch the drivers. Just because our Zhou is so handsome. 15, he nudged Zhou with his elbow, acting all familiar, and from his tone, it sounded like he was just joking around for the show's effect, but the expression on his face was exactly like that of a little punk from middle school pointing at passing girls. He didn't get any advantage from me this afternoon, so now he's off bothering someone else. What a weirdo. Zhou didn't take my Tsung's lamb skewer, and his smile didn't reach his eyes, revealing a sharp sense of distance. Why did you have to provoke him? He had just been calmed down for less than 2 minutes when he heard someone say that his fans don't understand racing. It's no wonder he got angry. By that logic, girls probably don't understand hip-hop either. So, do you think your female fans can't grasp the depth in your songs or the content in your videos, and that they just love you superficially for your looks? Or do you not even consider girls as your fans, brother? Well said, Zhou. With a mouth like yours, you'll never have to worry about your future prospects anywhere. My Tsung was left speechless on the spot, awkwardly smiling while trying to smooth things over. Zhou didn't care whether there were cameras filming or not, only engaging with Lu Yingying, and with a grand gesture, signed over a dozen autographs for her. I turned my back to the camera, holding back my laughter until I was gasping for breath. Serves you right for hitting a wall, huh? Ha ha ha, Zhou is a professional race car driver, and being a guest on the show was already pushing it. 2 days later, he rushed off without a moment's rest to resume training. Without him, the recording became rather dull, until the variety show wrapped up. My Tsung didn't stir up any more trouble, only occasionally shooting a dark, sinister glance my way. As a woman of great courage, I naturally turn a blind eye to such inconsequential magical attacks. After all, once the show ends, we'll go our separate ways and never see each other again. Whoever holds a grudge is a fool. 2 months later, Zhou, who successfully confessed his feelings, became even more clingy, often spending his free time in the art studio, because he was afraid of being recognized and causing a commotion. Today he drove a beat-up old car, and tomorrow he'll be in an electric mobility scooter, more absurd than performance art. Just as I was wondering what kind of trouble he'd stir up next, an even bigger mess found its way to both of us. Entertainment hot search. 1 Zhou might be an illegitimate child. #explosive. 2 #he choose dream of marrying into a wealthy family shattered. 3 #fake wealthy family and genuine white lotus. 4 the pure and innocent CPU ship has completely ended. 16. I recognize every single word, but when they're put together, I just can't make sense of it. Before I could even gather my thoughts, Zhou's call popped up on my phone. On his end, there was a clamor of voices mixed with the hum of heavy machinery. Zhou's tone was more composed than usual. Did you see the trending topic? It was my Tsung, that reckless one, who stirred it up. I'm boarding now. Should land around 11 p.m. Someone was calling his English name, the atmosphere sounding tense. He finally gave a gentle reminder. don't worry, stay home and rest. If you're scared, you can go find Xiao Luo. Leave the rest to me to handle, don't worry. There's nothing I can do except stay put. When the gods fight, I'm just cannon fodder to be sacrificed. But what did Might Song do to get both of us trending on the hot search list? I clicked into Might Song's homepage and found that his latest post was promoting his new song, Fake. The comment section below has excerpted the key lines from the song. One is a pretentious bitch, one is a profligate playboy. No matter how hard you scheme, you can't marry into an empty shell. Love, futile, affection. Hypocritical, the truth of the matter, I shall bring. You know what, you really have a point. It does rhyme. Among the servants of my household, there is actually such a talented individual. My heart is greatly comforted. If he hadn't been secretly cursing me, I would have promoted him to chief eunuch. Might Song has had few public appearances in the past 6 months, with variety shows being one of them. Netizens instantly realized who this veiled song was referring to, and Might Song's fans were all celebrating wildly. Damn, a bitch with a playboy. Could it be that one and that one? You didn't say anything, but I get it, bro. You're as bold as ever. You scared me just listening to it. After recording the show together for 15 days, brother, I must know the inside story. Actually, I've been wanting to say this for a long time. It's been rumored that Zhou Su is backed by the Zhou family, who are involved in the medical industry, but which member of the Zhou family isn't connected to several subsidiaries? Even 18-year-olds are shareholders, but according to Tian Yanka, Zhou Su has nothing under his name. That's really strange, isn't it? Got it. That means he's very much on the fringes of the Zhou family. If he's not being hyped up as part of the main branch, then it's highly likely he's an illegitimate child. Oh my god, the empty shell is subtly mocking Zhou Su as an illegitimate child. Actually, the truth is obvious. Which major family doesn't market their own members who win medals and bring glory to the country, which can even boost stock prices? Yet Zhou Su's background is vaguely mentioned and glossed over. If it's not something shady, then what is it? So talented, revealing secrets in just a few short sentences. Put the real ones in the entertainment industry on the screen. Just looking at Zhou Su's face, he couldn't possibly be innocent, putting on an act on the show, playing around with women and then hyping it up. Some people actually believed it. No wonder that guy surnamed D started with those abs oil painting photos. Turns out he was trying to hook a rich kid. TSK TSK TSK. The filthy gold digger's dream of marrying into wealth has fallen through. 17. Although Zhou Su's fans showed an overwhelming victory in various super topics, the battle did not stop. The rap circle, entertainment circle, sports circle, and even the business circle have all fallen into a state of chaos. The top spot on the entertainment chart remained unchanged for a long time. The extreme personal attacks from netizens continued unabated. On the third day, Xiao Luo stood before the office window. Sighing deeply, please thank Might Song for me. The studio hasn't been this bustling in a long time. Following his gaze, downstairs was swarmed with reporters and fans whose intentions were unclear. Countless cameras were aimed at the one-way glass, relentlessly trying to catch a glimpse. Didn't Zhou Su say he was going to handle it? Where is he? If we wait any longer, he might as well come celebrate our closure with us. The next second, the phone wouldn't stop vibrating. I shook my wrist and showed the incoming call notification to Xiao Luo. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. The receiver flowed with Zhou Su's uniquely clear voice. I'm in the parking lot near the back door. Come down quietly, and let's go somewhere together. I remained silent for a few seconds before raising my voice to ask, what model of car is it? Blue and white two-tone. A Bentley that looks exactly like a taxi. Beautiful. The mental state is absolutely wonderful. It used to be $1 million sound system in a spicy fish head car. Now it's a $10 million Bentley modified into a ride-hailing taxi. The paparazzi really can't corner you. They're not as crazy as you are. The sleek car body weaves through the congested streets, eventually turning into an industrial park. The buildings are primarily white, complemented by neatly trimmed evergreen trees, creating a clean, bright, and modern aesthetic. I'm not sure of the exact location. The car only stops at the back of one of the buildings. What are we doing here? I was led inside by Zhou Su, suspiciously eyeing the unfamiliar surroundings. To get you a change of clothes. There's a good show to watch later. Wait, why are you starting to speak in riddles too? Want to get a piece of the pie in the rapper track? Suddenly, a few young girls gathered around, chattering about helping me with my styling, interrupting my thoughts of continuing to ask questions. There are all kinds of dresses and accessories available. It's so dazzling that I feel like some international superstar, ready to dominate the red carpet in the next second, but I personally think this is more like a lavish last meal before a prisoner is executed. Once it's finished, whether it's fortune or misfortune, there's no escaping it. It's over, it's over. I must have been set up by the person sleeping next to me. Ahem, I'd like to try on this pigeon egg pink diamond. Can I wear one of those emerald bracelets on each hand? Hee hee hee, the last meal before execution sure smells good. 18 An hour later, I was escorted out of the dressing room. Josu seemed to have been standing at the door for a long time, leaning against the wall and idly fiddling with his wristwatch. This was the first time I had seen him in formal attire, a well-fitted, elegant black suit paired with a vibrant rose-shaped brooch, which echoed the ruby-encrusted necklace around my neck. His eyes lit up, and he gestured proudly for me to look at his chest. I knew you'd like this red set. Alright, you got me this time. Josu looked proud as he took my hand and led me outside. He strolled leisurely, slowing his pace to accommodate my slower stride caused by wearing high heels. Can you tell me now what we're going to do? Please don't let it be a proposal. I'm not planning to say yes. I felt uncertain and could only give him a heads up. Josu snorted in dissatisfaction. I'm not that lacking in creativity. The further I walked, the more uneasy I felt. It sounded like some event was being held outside the building, solemn and serious, with a subtle sense of pressure creeping in. The host's voice grew clearer in my ears. Next, we will proceed with the opening ceremony and unveiling. We invite our distinguished guests to come on stage to officially unveil the Yari Medical Industry Base. Welcome Mr. Dong Shan, Director of the Haishur Health Commission, and his wife, Mrs. Chiao Mingmian. Welcome Mr. Zhou Hesong, Chairman of the Longya Group, and his wife, Mrs. Rong Jiaxiu. Welcome Mr. Zhou Su, Medical Representative of the Longya Group, and his partner, Ms. Ichu. Hearing my own name, my temples suddenly began to throb faintly, my heart skipped a beat, and my mind turned hazy, unable to think. Wait, me. The guest of honor for the Industrial Park's ribbon-cutting ceremony. In that split second, I even began to doubt the accuracy of the information my ears were receiving. It wasn't until applause echoed from outside the corridor and someone gave my wrist a gentle, deliberate squeeze. Josu smiled with a sly, lively expression. Snap out of it, we're live on air. Mind your expressions. 19 In a daze, I followed Josu onto the stage, struggling to survive amidst the flood of flashing lights. Oh my god, this scene is too overwhelming. I'm scared. From the moment we stepped on stage, Josu stayed close to me, his left hand quietly resting against my waist, gently stroking as if to soothe. In places unseen, millions of people watched this ribbon-cutting ceremony that should have only concerned the political and business circles. What does pharmaceutical representative mean? Shouldn't it be shareholders or the like who can attend events of this level? Don't you get it? It means this is the legitimate eldest son of the Zhou family. Even if he's unwilling to take over the family business, I'll still give him a sinecure to show him off. If anyone spreads rumors about an illegitimate child, they'll be waiting for a lawsuit. Ha 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 ha, that's hilarious. Truly the legitimate way. The truth came to light so quickly. Much better than those in the domestic entertainment industry who stubbornly refuse to admit anything and only send lawyers letters. That rapper has low quality and loves to spread rumors, probably just jealous of them. Louder, don't hold back. I'm calling out Mike Song. It's not the first time he's played with the traffic like this. Am I the only one who noticed that the introduction for Ichu's entrance line is lover, sob? Online encyclopedia defines a lover as someone admired, a romantic partner, or a marriage partner. Got it, she's your girlfriend now, and she'll be your wife in the future. Josu, you lucky guy, you really deserve to win Ichu's heart. Still a bitch with a playboy. Mike Song really knows how to spread rumors. Is a certain my fan still calling a wealthy family that Ichu wants to marry into but can't? A shell company. Open your eyes and see. Her parents are practically putting the family heirloom gold bracelet on Chuchu's hand. Amidst the bustling crowd, he held her hand tightly, like a grand and romantic confession, leaving no regrets or hidden dangers, letting everything shine brightly, including his love. Sisters upstairs, keep writing, don't stop. After cutting the red silk with scissors, I'd been laughing so much my face has gone stiff, and as I turned my head to stretch my facial muscles, I unexpectedly found myself caught in a pair of gentle eyes. Could these two be? The host was reading out the blessings, and I quietly leaned closer to Josu, He also cooperatively lowered his head, confirming my guess. Yes, my parents. No way, meeting the parents already. Ah, it's just so abrupt to the point of being outrageous. Seeing my shock, Zhou became even more smug, chuckling softly, his eyelashes fluttering lightly. So, you can't run away anymore. The end. Extra chapter. Zhou diary, May 2023. Dragged by my buddy Jiang He to ride motorcycles on a nearby mountain. Who would have thought someone would come to such a remote place to sketch? Jiang He said I was staring at the girl, lost in thought, and didn't even respond when he called me. Nonsense. It must be because the helmet is too thick. Jiang He is really annoying. I ignore him, but he keeps chattering on, saying I'm like an iron tree that finally blooms after 1,000 years, and even teasing me for liking such a well-behaved, gentle type. Are you being good? Why don't I think so? Sure enough. Before the words had even finished, she dragged the runaway sheep back by its horns with her bare hands. Judging by the lip movements, she might be saying, run, 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 I prepared premium pasture grass for you, and you still run off. Stay still and let me draw for a while. Don't make me slap you. Jiang He was greatly alarmed, hopped on his motorcycle and fled. Hurry, hurry, they're going to slap us in a moment. June 2023, after asking around, the girl's name is Ichu, just by the name. It seems to be a perfect match for me, although I already have her social media number. It still feels too abrupt. While I was hesitating, Jiang He gave me a small electric scooter that looks a lot like a frog. He told me that by doing this, that, and then this, I could legitimately get her contact information, make an appearance, and even score some extra points. That's a good idea. However, the first attempt didn't succeed. Trying one more time shouldn't be a problem, right? July 2023. I hate Jiang He. It's all because of his terrible idea. Ichu is ignoring me. I want to join the variety show too. Before leaving, I asked old Zhou for advice on how to win her back, and he told me to do this, that, and then this. What do they call this online? Male green tea. Never mind, green tea it is, as long as Ichu likes it. October 2023. He. The confession was a success. Reward myself by buying Ichu lipstick, foundation, perfume, bags, cameras, watches, gold, diamonds. Big diamonds, and huge diamonds. March 2024. Is that guy surnamed my crazy? With how obsessed old Zhou is, how could I possibly be a secret child? What's with all the corporate background checks? My brother is the one taking over the family business. I've worked so hard to avoid being given some director title by old Zhou, and now you're making me out to be some marginal figure. I can't be bothered to respond to baseless accusations, but is it really said that Ichu wants to marry but can't enter my family? Please, I wish she would marry me. I could even take down my own big iron gate and shove it in front of her, tricking her into rushing in. After much thought, I decided to make reasonable use of the newly built medical park under my brother's management. It shouldn't be a problem to kick him out of the ribbon-cutting guest list and let Ichu take his place. Anyway, he doesn't like this kind of occasion. The opening was originally scheduled for half a month later. Adjusting the time, coordinating personnel, and arranging the live broadcast took a lot of effort. Fortunately, old Zhou was also afraid that I would end up alone for the rest of my life, so he put in a lot of effort. In 3 days, I will definitely give Ichu a perfect debut. After hearing the story above, what are your thoughts? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section. Looking forward to hearing from you. If you liked this story, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you next time.